Hi, I'm Sofia and welcome to Reads by Sophie. I want to do an intro video for this new channel because if you know me from my other social media accounts, you know who I am and you know a lot about me because I post a lot about my life online. But if you are watching this video and you have no idea who I am, I want to introduce myself because you probably are a little bit confused because I have an accent. So where does this girl come from? I am from Argentina, so I'm full Latina. I live in Buenos Aires, so I live here. I'm from here and I live here. And I read a lot, but also I read a lot in English. And I consume a lot of book content in English. And I've been thinking for a while that I wanna talk about the books that I read in English. I say, why not? And the answer for why not for a long time was because how cringy that is. You're gonna, it's not your native language, even though that you work in English for your corporate job and you have learned English for a lot of years. It's not the language that I talk every day. I mean, yeah, well, for work, like 8 hours a day I do speak in English. But it's not the language that I talk with my friends, with my family, with my boyfriend. So for a long time for me, it was like, yeah, that would be so cool. That would be so cool for you to start posting in English, especially about your main hobby, which is reading and talking about books with other people that love reading as I do. But this is really out of my comfort zone. I probably gonna be crying while editing this video because I will have to listen to me speaking in English, which I got used to it for Spanish because I've been creating content online for I think the past 2-3 years, but in English it's gonna be a total different idea. So that's kind of the context of why I decided to start this channel. I love reading and I'm gonna be doing in English. Sorry about my accent, but that's how it is. I'm 29. I live with my boyfriend and with our dog. She's called Porota. She's the best dog in the planet. If I have to say what book genres I like to read, I like to read more thrillers. I really got into romance for the past 2 years, I would say. Of course, the first romance book that I read was Emily Henry. It was Beach Read, and then I read all of her books. Well, that's not true because the last one I haven't read that yet, but I read a lot of romance, thrillers. I really like a few literary fictions, and if it has to be non-fiction. It has to be about like design or even behavioral economics. Self-help, I think I only have one, but those are kind of the genres that I really, really like, and the book genres and the book categories that I'm going to be talking about in this channel. Another thing that you can know about me is, well, I think I say that I have what I would like to say Hannah Montana life because I am /influencer content creator, and then I work in a corporate job. I work in marketing, so it's kind of the more dynamic, fun part of the corporate world, but still is very corporate. I've been working in the same company for the past 4 years, 4 years and a half almost, and I work for the US, so I work in English. And even though I've started learning English when I was 6-7 years old, and I did some courses in London, and I live half of a year in Australia, and English was the only language that I can express myself in. It's not my main language. So this is not gonna be the same content that you probably gonna see from other creators because mainly the book creators in English are based in the US or the UK or Australia. I really like some Australia book content creators. I can do a video about like what are my favorite channels about book. I can do that. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. I hope you like my content. If you don't, you probably will never see this video because I don't think YouTube will push for this to go into your main page on YouTube. But that's it for today. I just recorded my first video, which is a reading review of Cover Story by Mary McFarlane, which is one of the latest book I've read. So I hope you like that. I'm gonna be crying while editing this, But this video, the intro video, will be the first video that I'm gonna post because it's gonna be way more easier to edit than this one, because this one took a while. But yeah, happy to meet you, happy to introduce my content to you, and I'm really, I was gonna say happy again, but I'm eager to overcome this cringy thing because I really want to do this. So yeah, see you next time, and I hope you have a happy reading. Bye bye.